Today I'm going to be reviewing cheese. Okay, so I'm something of a cheese connoisseur myself, so this should be pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and start out with Asiago. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced, but as a cheese connoisseur, I can tell that since the name actually has a GO at the end, that suffix denotes that this cheese has been infused with essence of cranberries. Now, cranberries happen to be my favorite vegetable, so I think this definitely deserves an S tier. Next up, we have the Dubliner. Now, it has about the consistency of a attack helicopter. Now, attack helicopters are pretty tasty, so I'm going to go ahead and give this an A. Cheddar, it's a pretty old, reliable classic. It's pretty good, all in all, so I'm going to go ahead and give it an S. Next up, we have Brie Cheese. Now, I'm pretty sure Brie is the name of a character from Lab Rats, and Lab Rats is a pretty good show, so I'll go ahead and give it an A. Humboldt Fog. This sounds like a pretty fancy cheese, so I definitely think it's pretty honorable, so I think it could go with the honorable mentions. I'm not actually sure what the name of this cheese is. I don't know if that's a V and an L or the M is just cut off, but it looks like it's pretty fancy. I mean, they can't even fit the name on the thing, so this is definitely deserving of at least a B tier. Next up is Kasu Marzu. I have no idea. This looks like mac and cheese that had a bad day, so I'll give it a C. Now mozzarella is another cheese. It's a classic, and for that reason it gets an A. Now I actually like blue cheese because of its versatility. Now you see it actually has two spellings, the UE and the EU. Now the UE is the more gauche term, but for the upper class, more posh people, they tend to use the EU just to denote that they're, better than you. So I think I just really like how much this cheese has to offer in terms of personality and customization. So I'll give it a C. Fontanella cheese. This is a cheese that I've never had. Actually, I haven't had any of these cheeses except for maybe cheddar and mozzarella. But this looks kind of like pie, like a cheesecake maybe. So I like cheesecake, and it just happens to be that this is also a cheese, so I'll give it an S tier. Now next up we have Gruyere. Gruyere. Um, I I'll give it a D tier. Okay, it went in the C tier. I didn't actually click there, but I'll take it. Manchego F. Now, Mimola is a bit of an interesting cheese. I don't actually have any solid facts about it, but it looks kind of like it's orange, like cheddar, but it also has this pretty spicy outer rind, so I'll give it a B tier. Next up, we have Monterey Jack. Quite frankly, I'm running out of original things to say since I've never had most of these cheeses, so let's just say it deserves an S tier. Romano cheese. Romano, I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced. I think this looks pretty fancy, so it can get S tier. Now, I actually take back what I said about all the other cheeses being fancy, because I don't think there's a name better than roquefort, whatever this is. Not to mention there's a moss growing on it, which just instantly amplifies the coolness factor. So let's go ahead and put that in the S tier, and actually, everything else goes in the F tier.
子供なのね夢を追って傷ついて嘘が下手なくせに笑えない笑顔を見せた I love you もろくに言わない口下手で